Welcome to Indian Masterminds. I am Srajan Girdonia and you are watching our weekly show, Bureaucracy This Week, where we bring you all the updates of the week related to Indian civil services. So let's start with some of the major happenings in the bureaucratic world this week in our first segment, that is the Civil Service Roundup. The Supreme Court ordered the Uttarakhand Chief Secretary to appear on Friday, May 17th to address the state's lackadaisical approach to managing forest fires. A bench of Justice B.R. Gavai, S.V.N. Bhatti and Sandeep Mehta questioned the deployment of Forest Department officials for election duties, despite the Election Commission's exemption. The court declared that this practice has to be stopped.
The Supreme Court had asked the Chief Secretary of Uttarakhand Radha Rathori to appear before the court with Solicitor General Tushar Mehta on Friday. Uttarakhand Chief Secretary assured the court that she and her fellow officers are personally looking into the efforts to prevent and combat forest fires in the state. In the previous hearing, the court had decided to examine if the Uttarakhand government had adopted a lackadaisical approach to fighting forest fires. One of the primary issues highlighted during the hearing was the release of only a little over 3 crore 10 lakh rupees by the Compensatory Afforestation Fund Management and Planning Authority for 2023-24 when the centre had allocated 9 crore 13 lakh rupees. Apart from this alleged diversion of forest officials and fire personnel for election work was highlighted as another major reason for the government being on back foot in controlling the forest fires. Uttarakhand had maintained that only 0.1% of wildlife cover had been on fire, though reports claimed over 40% of the state was ablaze.
In a tragic incident that has sent shockwaves through the community, 62-year-old Maniram Jatav was fatally attacked by a tiger in the border area of Chiklod and Neemkheda in Abdullahganj. Upon receiving the report, Forest Department officials, including SDO Sudhir Patle and other personnel, arrived at the scene. Efforts to collect evidence such as pug marks proved unsuccessful. The Forest Department has since issued a stern warning to the public to avoid entering the forest.
The attack occurred while Maniram was out plucking tendu leaves early in the morning. This marks the first recorded incident of a tiger attacking a human in the Bhopal Forest Circle, leading to widespread panic among the locals. Rajesh Khare, Chief Conservator of Forests of the Bhopal Forest Circle, acknowledged the severity of the incident and confirmed it as the first of its kind in the area. He assured that evidence collection is underway to identify the tiger responsible, noting the presence of 2 tigers in the vicinity.
Next piece of news has come from Kerala, where the state government has acquired private plot to convert it into elephant corridors. The Forest Department has issued an order for acquiring land at Nedumkayum in Nilambur South Forest Division, falling within the Karulai Panchayat of Malappuram.
The private plot spans across 4.03 acres between Kerala's Silent Valley National Park and Tamil Nadu's Mukkurthi National Park into forest land to combat the gradual decline of elephant corridors in the state. The Kerala government aims to develop an elephant corridor that could sustain as many as 340 wild elephants.
Next news is a remarkable blend of reality and cinema. IPS officer Simla Prasad of the Madhya Pradesh cadre is set to make a film debut as the lead in the upcoming movie The Narmada Story.
The suspense thriller is directed by Zagham Imam and features an ensemble cast including Raghubir Yadav and Mukesh Tiwari. The film is shot across various locations in Madhya Pradesh and draws inspiration from real-life events, promising a narrative that deviates from conventional Bollywood fare. Simla Prasad steps into the shoes of an investigating officer in the film.
Now let's move on to our next segment called the Impact Report. This week's story comes from Kaziranga National Park in Assam, where the Forest Department, led by Field Director Dr. Sonali Ghosh, recently took a big step towards inclusive conversation by organizing a unique 3-day camp. This camp aimed to educate children living in the park's fringe villages about the importance of forest conservation and peaceful coexistence with wildlife.
This year, the camp included 48 children, with 29 boys and 19 girls, mostly from the 10th standard. Uniquely, this year included Divyang children and children of Mahouts and Ghasis. The camp included sessions on animal rescue, drone surveys, camera trapping, sustainable tourism, farming, ecotourism, field guiding, and traditional handloom and craft. There were also special sessions on Kaziranga's one horned rhinoceros, elephants, and birds. The children were taken on a safari, nature trails, and interacted with women frontline staff. This camp is part of the park's outreach activities aimed at building capacities and strengthening conservation awareness among rural students. It aims to turn these children into responsible adults who can create a world where humans and wildlife coexist peacefully.
Cultivating the next generation of conservationists is crucial for ensuring the survival of our planet's precious ecosystems. By educating children living near protected areas like Kaziranga National Park, we foster a sense of responsibility and connection with the natural world. These children, who may have grown up alongside the park, can become powerful stewards for its future. Initiatives like Kaziranga's camp equip children with the knowledge and tools they need to understand the delicate balance between humans and wildlife. Exposure to human rescue efforts and sustainable practices sparks a passion for conservation, while interactive sessions on conflict mitigation empower them to navigate potential challenges. Ultimately, these children hold the potential to become ambassadors for peaceful coexistence, ensuring a future where both humans and wildlife can thrive. Continuing on the theme of forest, the Forest Department released the final result of the Indian Forest Service exam last week on May 8th. So we bring you the story of Ritvika Pandey, AIR1 and UPSC IFS exam 2023 in this segment called The Budding Bureaucrat. Ritvika Pandey's story is a beacon of inspiration, demonstrating that dreams, dedication, and a touch of creativity can indeed make the impossible achievable. At 27, this dynamic woman from Ranchi, Jharkhand, not only cracked the prestigious UPSC Indian Forest Service exam, but also secured the coveted All India Rank 1, cementing her place among India's top forest guardians.
Having initially appeared for the IES exam, Ritvika refined her strategy for the IFS exam by setting clear deadlines, creating study schedules, and engaging in collaborative group studies with friends. Ritvika's preparation and strategy paid off when she secured All India Rank 1 in the Forest Service exam. Her interview impressed the board, especially her plans as the potential director of the National Zoological Park, focusing on visitor safety, citizen science initiatives, and folk art for wild conservation. She plans to join the Jharkhand cadre and aims to involve citizens in nature trails and collaborate with design students for wildlife conservation campaigns. Ritvika credits IPS officer Mahesh Bhagwat for his mentorship, which significantly benefited her interview preparation. In a recent social media post, IAS officer Supriya Sahu shared a captivating video of an elephant family resting peacefully in the dense jungles of the Annamalai Tiger Reserve in Tamil Nadu. Accompanying the photo, Sahu drew attention to the heartwarming dynamics within the elephant family. She highlighted the diligent protection provided to the baby elephant, comparing it to the Z-class security bestowed by its family members. Additionally, she observed the young elephant's vigilant behavior, noting how it appeared to check on the presence of other family members for reassurance. This touching scene underscores the strong familial bonds and protective instincts of elephants in the wild.
So that was all the news for the week from the world of bureaucracy. What do you think about this new show of ours? Let us know in the comments. You can read all these news stories on our website as well. The link is in the description. We will be back next week. Till then, stay informed, stay curious, and stay tuned to Indian Masterminds.